Good morning, everyone. I hope you're all having a great start to your day. Today, I wanted to just really briefly talk about yoga and sex and how they might be connected. So just to give you some context, yoga's been around for 5,000 plus years, and it's a practice that incorporates different yoga or different postures, and they call that asana. And there's different breathing techniques, which they call pranayama. Prana meaning energy, and yama meaning like the change or control of. So you can do these different practices to stimulate different areas of your body and enliven different parts of your body. And then when we take into consideration the chakra system and that how the second chakra plays such a huge part in our, sexual feelings and whatnot. And then, of course, the heart chakra and the head chakra, of course, like the third eye, right? So all of these things come into play when we talk about sex because we can utilize those. So maybe that wasn't the intention back in the day. Maybe it was, who knows? Or maybe it was just this happy, discovery that if we engage in practices that help us feel grounded, i.e. engaging the root chakra, the very base of our spine, and grounding through our feet and different grounding breathing techniques and whatnot, that helps set the tone and calm our nervous system so that when we move that energy upward into the second chakra, which is in between your belly button and your pubic bone, then we can actually really bring energy and aliveness to that area through different breathing techniques, through different postures, and what we call bandhas in yoga, which is locks. So think about the Kegel, right? And the release. And so engaging the pelvic floor muscles and then releasing them, coordinating that with the breath. So there's so many different ways. And then of course we move it up and we can do some nice diaphragmatic breathing and get the energy flowing in there. And then we move it into our heart chakra and open that up to receive and give love. And then, maybe we want to vocalize some of that. So we, open up the throat chakra by bringing the energy focus to there. And then, of course, there's the third eye, which brings it more into, starting to move into the spiritual realm. And then, of course, the crown chakra, which takes us fully into. So that's how yoga, or some of the practices of yoga can be brought into the bedroom or into your sexual experiences through using breath work and different postures. And so if you're struggling with low libido, so you probably were wondering, why is she talking about yoga and sex? Here's how it can help. If you're struggling with low libido, some of it could be a feeling of a lack of safety in your body. You could be in a stress response that you're kind of stuck in, so fight or flight mode. So your nervous system could be completely haywire. So you have to consider those things, right? So is my environment safe? Can I safely ground myself in this space? And if the answer is no, then it's going to be really challenging to do that kind of work to enliven your libido, because we need that sense of safety, right? And to do these practices, we need to be able to have that connection, right? So to get grounded, we need some environmental things to happen to feel grounded, right? But we can ground ourselves through our connection to the earth, and we can ground ourselves in our connection to self and to other, right? So there's so many different ways that we ground ourselves. And then once we ground ourselves, we can move that energy and intention upward through our body and through our energy centers. And then through that, we can enliven not just our sexuality, because of course I talked about all the different chakra centers, because once we start that journey upward, if we continue to do the growth and healing that we need to do along the way, we can encourage this energy to just keep flowing on up and up, right? And so that's how we can utilize these things to, bring back energy to ourselves. But here's the thing. If your environment is not conducive to feelings of safety and groundedness, if something within you has you stuck in that feeling of fight, flight, if there's unhealed trauma or wounding that you need to address, then that's probably where you need to start. And that's where, seeing a coach, seeing a therapist, seeing a counselor, seeing someone who can help you work through those things can be really beneficial to help, give you that base, that grounded base. So once you sort of get to the root of what's been holding you back, what's keeping you stuck, you unravel that allows you to then become or feel more connected and safe within yourself. And that has a calming effect on the nervous system. So it's all tied together, but we can utilize it all to help us not just have better sex, because it's not just about the sex, right? Because I just talked about how the whole body and the spirit can be involved in this experience of sensuality and the erotic without it being just about the physical touch of, yourself or your partner, right? So think about that. If you're interested in learning more, explore Tantra, explore, more modern types of Tantra. If you're not really steeped in yoga and, you're not, that interested in that sort of, practice, you can still work at it through the Tantra teachings. Okay. So anyways, I thought that might be something that you can think about as you go into the weekend and maybe have a little bit more time, to explore. There's a great book called Urban Tantra that you might find interesting. You can get that on any of the reader sites. And yeah, so just maybe you want to do a little exploring. Have some fun. Talk to you later. Namaste.